Good evening and welcome into St. Joseph High School here in Westchester, Illinois, where tonight it's a Chicago Catholic League Blue battle between the DePaul Prep Rams and the St. Joseph Chargers. Hello, everybody. I'm Connor Klingen, and thank you for joining me here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. Tonight's game will feature some of the best basketball the CCL has to offer. DePaul Prep is one of the best teams in Class 3A and could challenge for a state championship at that level, along with the fact they could contend for Chicago Catholic League Blue title. Last weekend, St. Joe's took on one of the leaders in the Chicago Catholic League Blue, Fenwick, in a game that was close in the third quarter, but the Chargers just couldn't quite hang in there in the fourth, and that has been an issue for St. Joe's recently. After a 5-0 start to the season, the Chargers are now just 10-6, so they're 5-6 in their last 11 games. However, every game has been tightly contested until the very end, and Coach Pingator has pointed out sometimes just key free throw misses at certain moments, and it's just cost them a few too many times, and that's the reason that the record hasn't quite been where the Chargers want it to be, but they could absolutely come away with a massive win tonight if they're able to take down DePaul Prep. DePaul Prep is ranked 7th in Class 3A, and they've been in and out of the top 25 rankings of the entire area in the Chicago Sun-Times. They're coming off of a win against Loyola in the Martin Luther King Jr. tournament at Loyola Academy. Won that game 36-31. This is a DePaul Prep team that likes to slow the game down quite a bit, so that'll be an interesting contrast tonight in styles. The Chargers like to play a little bit faster. DePaul Prep wants to slow you down as much as possible. But just because they slow down the style of play doesn't mean DePaul Prep doesn't have a lot of talent. They have a ton of it, especially shooting guard Perry Cowan. The junior has already received offers from the University of Illinois and Georgia Tech, among a few others, ranked as a 3-star recruit. He could see that rating improve as he goes on through the next couple of years. But when you're in the state of Illinois and you receive an offer from the Fighting Illini, you know you're one of the best players in the state, and Perry Cowan has shown that this season for DePaul Prep. But certainly other talent on the squad as well. Lance Mosley, the sophomore, provides some scoring as a guard as well, along with a couple of other players. Tyler Johnson, just a freshman, has shown the ability to shoot it from the outside. For the Chargers, the story of the whole season has been their ability to rebound the basketball, but the problem is they haven't been able to shoot it as well as they would like to. Jordan and Jalen Boyd do a great job on the glass, picking up boards both defensively and offensively, and Jafari Brown as well. But against Fenwick last week, Chargers just weren't able to convert enough on those second chance opportunities. Had a lot of offensive rebounds, but just couldn't score every time down. And that was the reason for the loss at Fenwick in Oak Park last week. So as always, we're joined by St. Joseph Chargers head coach Gene Pingator before tonight's game. And I asked Coach about the history with DePaul Prep, which used to be known as Gordon Tech, and their head coach, Tom Kleinschmidt. He played against St. Joe's a number of times back in the late 1980s and the early 1990s, and famously had a great game against the Chargers in the 1990 sectional, 29 points. That game was at York High School just down the road in Elmhurst, and Gordon Tech ended up winning that game in a tight one by 5 points. And a major reason for that was Kleinschmidt. He went on to have a great career at DePaul University, where he is 5th in the Blue Demons program history in scoring. And Kleinschmidt has come back to his alma mater. Of course, Gordon Tech changed their name to DePaul Prep back in 2014. And Kleinschmidt has led his alma mater in becoming one of the premier programs in the Chicago Catholic League. So you'll hear from Coach Pingator and his thoughts on Kleinschmidt, tonight's game, and the overall state of the team thus far. So here he is, St. Joseph Chargers head coach Gene Pingator. We're here with St. Joseph Chargers head coach Gene Pingator, joining us, as always, before every Chargers game. Coach, another tough one tonight against DePaul Prep. It's really been a gauntlet lately. You know, that's the way it is in the Chicago Catholic League. How well do you think this prepares you guys for the playoffs?
Tough for the competition. The better hopefully we'll play, and the better we'll be ready at the end of the season.
Definitely. DePaul Prep, they're a team that plays kind of a low-scoring game, a lot of games in the 40s. In fact, they won their last game 36-31. How do you think you guys will handle that slower pace of play?
Well, we like that up-tempo. Somewhere along the line we might have to try to get them to speed up their game. It all depends on how the game's going. Really.
Definitely. But you did mention after the game against Fenwick that you guys maybe ran out of gas a little bit in that fourth quarter. In some ways, do you think that the slow pace at times could help you guys to preserve some energy late in the game?
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that's the case. All the losses we have been like in the middle of the fourth quarter. We tend to lose gas. We have to find more guys that can play off the bench. That's the big thing.
And who do you think is, a couple of guys we've seen, John Robinson, Malik Anderson, Antonio Hardaway coming off the bench. Has anybody in practice this week maybe really showed up out of that bench group?
Well, those guys, they're improving, and we just have to try to find ways to use them more.
Definitely. Well, Coach, another thing you mentioned after the game in the newspaper, you want to see this group play more as a team. What can they do tonight to show you that they've become more of a team instead of kind of a group of individuals?
Well, trying to find open people instead of trying to do it themselves offensively. Defensively, you can't play this game just playing one-on-one defense. It's got to be a team effort. They help each other out, and that's got to continue to improve.
I'll hope to see that tonight. Well, Coach, you've been squaring off with Coach Kleinschmidt for a couple of years now at DePaul Prep. But, of course, famously, you went up against him as a Prep.
Right.
The shoot for the Rams, Perry Cowan, he's a highly rated recruit, has an offer from Illinois. Really good size for a wing at 6'4". Do you think you'll have Jalen guard him, or is that going to be something that's going to rotate throughout the game?
Probably Jalen, because he has the size to go with him,
And he also has that athletic ability to defend on the perimeter. So, Coach, one last question. Aside from your usual three keys, which are the defense, rebounding, and shot selection, what else do you see as something you guys need to do well tonight to come away with the victory?
Ball.
Absolutely. That's always something.
Cut down on turnovers.
And the free throw shooting as well.
We were pretty good at it. We're shooting 68% as a team, but the last several games we've been missing free throws at key times in the game.
And hopefully tonight those ones will fall at the key moment. Coach, thank you so much once again for joining us.
Thanks, Connor.
Appreciate it. As always, we'd like to thank Coach Pingatore for joining us before the game. Very generous of him to donate some of his time. As most of you Chargers fans know, Coach Pingatore always very serious about preparing for each game, so we really appreciate the fact that Coach Pingatore takes out a few minutes of his time before every game here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. Tip-off is going to be delayed a bit tonight. The sophomore game started a little bit later than expected. DePaul Prep arrived somewhat late, and you can't really blame them too much. Everybody knows that traffic coming from the city can be tough back out here to Westchester, so definitely understandable. Right now, 9:30 on the pregame clock, so we're looking at about a 7:05 tip-off, maybe around 7:04, but look for 7:05. But we'll keep it here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago, run a little bit more pregame here from St. Joe's in Westchester. Would like to thank the administration here at St. Joseph High School for allowing Arena Sportsnet to come in and broadcast the games all season. Of course, head coach Pingatore and also athletic director Bruce DeSanto, principal Ronald Hoover, Dr. Ronald Hoover, and the president of the St. Joseph High School, Brother Thomas Harding. Had a chance to meet Brother Thomas before tonight's game, and he's doing a tremendous job as the president here at St. Joseph High School. Tonight's game, a Chicago Catholic League Blue contest. DePaul Prep has just one loss against Catholic League competition. That came to Loyola. Interestingly, DePaul Prep played Loyola in a conference game last Friday night. They lost that one, but they got a chance to get revenge on Monday in the championship of the Loyola Martin Luther King Jr. tournament. and they were able to take down the Ramblers and get their revenge with the tournament championship. So just the one loss to a CCL opponent for the Rams. For the Chargers, they are 4-2 against CCL competitions. The two losses, well, their first game back in December against a Chicago Catholic League opponent, St. Lawrence defeated the Chargers 84-81. That was a thrilling game. The first game we had this season here on Arena Sportsnet, as Isaiah Harvey of St. Lawrence knocked down a three with just 3 seconds to play in that one. So what a game that was to start us off here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. The other loss coming last Friday night at Fenwick for the Chargers. St. Joe's looking to start a little run here. Tonight, it'll be DePaul Prep. Tomorrow afternoon, the Chargers will head to Homewood Flossmoor High School, and we will have that game for you here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago as well. Thankful to the athletic director at Homewood Flossmoor, Mr. Dan Vosnos, for allowing us to come in and broadcast at Homewood Flossmoor. So we're going to try to bring you every game this season, and happy to be with you here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. We know there's a lot of St. Joseph alumni and fans out there listening tonight. And for St. Joseph, you can join the Cash In Club, a monthly split the pot, and it costs only $10 a month. Proceeds will go to the Booster Club for the support of St. Joseph High School athletic programs. For more information, you can contact Coach Gene Pingator or a Booster Club rep. St. Joseph High School is proud to be partners with Hinsdale Orthopedics as their official team physicians, and you can become a member of the Booster Club and help us make a difference in the lives of our young men and women athletes. Register for a shadow day any Friday during the school year. This is if you have a young man or woman who is considering coming to St. Joseph High School. You can register for a shadow day any Friday during the school year by going online, or you can call the school. These are just a few messages from St. Joseph High School. Happy to be here once again in one of the best gyms in the Chicagoland area here at St. Joseph High School. When you step into this gym here at St. Joe's, if you don't know, and I'm assuming most of our listeners out here have been inside the gym here at St. Joseph, but if you don't know, when you walk into St. Joseph, you know that you are stepping into a gym that has seen some tremendous basketball over the years. You can see the banners hanging. You can see the retired numbers in this gym. And that's a good reminder that next Friday night will be Hall of Fame night, as the St. Joseph Chargers will host Brother Rice and a few people and also a team going into the St. Joseph Athletic Hall of Fame next Friday night. The first girls basketball team in school history will be joining the Athletic Hall of Fame, along with a few members of that team. And on the boys' side, Evan Turner, Dimitri McCamey, and Jonathan Peoples will all be entering the Athletic Hall of Fame here at St. Joseph High School. So we really hope you can tune in next Friday night if you can't make it out here, because, of course, that will be a very cool experience to see live. Hall of Fame night, always one of the best nights of the year here at St. Joe's. So if you'd like to come out next Friday, it'll be the usual time, 5:30 p.m. sophomore game. And then you're going to want to get here early. The varsity game is at 7, but you're going to want to get here before that because they will be doing the Hall of Fame festivities before the varsity game. So come on out next Friday night for Hall of Fame night here at St. Joseph High School. If for whatever reason you cannot make it, tune in here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. Same link as always, arenasportsnet.com/ASN Chicago/live. That's where you can find all St. Joseph Chargers basketball games throughout the season. Well, talking to Coach Pingator before this game tonight, and I mentioned the gauntlet of the Chicago Catholic League, and he said, well, you have to be ready for that, and that's what's going to prepare you for the playoffs. And Bruce DeSanto, the athletic director here at St. Joe's, I was saying the same thing to him. What a brutal schedule it's been for the Chargers, but he just said, welcome to the Chicago Catholic League. That is the way it is when you play in one of the best conferences not just in the state of Illinois, but really in the entire country when it comes to basketball talent. It doesn't get much better than the Chicago Catholic League. And to add on to that, the Chargers are not afraid to schedule anybody out of conference. Tomorrow, a tough game on the road at Homewood Flossmoor. Next weekend, after the Brother Rice game on Saturday, the Chargers will be at Batavia's Night of Hoops. Always a great event. We're going to try to bring that to you on Arena Sportsnet as well, assuming Batavia will allow that. And the Chargers have been a part of the Night of Hoops at Batavia for a long time. And the Bulldogs have a very strong team this season out west, so that should be a fun one next weekend as well. So plenty going on here on Arena Sportsnet in terms of our St. Joseph Chargers coverage. We'd like to thank everybody for joining us all season long here on Arena Sportsnet and Arena Sportsnet Chicago. We also brought you Chargers football earlier in the fall. And the Chargers will have plenty of talent coming back next season as well. So that should be exciting for them as the Chargers are now coming back onto the floor from the locker room with just about 2 minutes left on that pregame clock. So our tip-off should be around 7:05, currently 7:02 here in Westchester. And a full house here at St. Joseph High School. A chance to come out and see some of the best basketball in this area when St. Joe's and DePaul Prep get together. Really interesting, that history going back to when DePaul Prep was known as Gordon Tech. Tom Kleinschmidt, their head coach, had an outstanding career at Gordon Tech, and he wasn't the only great player on those Rams teams back in the day. They had 5 Division I players on that squad. So certainly some classic battles back in the day, and hopefully we'll have another one here tonight. The question is, who is going to dictate the pace of this game? Will the Chargers get to play in transition, fast break? Will they be able to force turnovers? Or will DePaul Prep be able to slow things down to a crawl, really, because they like to play in the 30s, 40s, and maybe low 50s, and that's really a stretch. If this game can get into the 60s, that's definitely a good sign for the St. Joseph Chargers, and they'll hope to do that tonight. As always, the strength for this St. Joseph team is their size and their ability to rebound the basketball, their ability to defend as well. So they'll try to use that to their advantage tonight. And we're about ready to have the national anthem along with the opening prayer here at St. Joseph High School.
Excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of the athletes,
Now we'll have the starting lineups here for both teams. Chargers going with their usual starting lineup of all seniors. Raheem Anthony, one of the starting guards for DePaul. Pavel Panatovic starting the big man for DePaul Prep. Lance Mosley in the lineup for DePaul Prep. And Perry Cohen. Also Spencer Cody starting for DePaul Prep. For the Chargers, that usual group, the 5 seniors. Chance Aldridge running the point for the Chargers. And then Ahmad Muhammad, bit of a combo guard, occasionally will bring the ball up the floor, but usually playing at the 2-guard spot with Aldridge on the floor. And you have Jalen Boyd, had a nice game last Friday night against Fenwick. And Jafari Brown had 12 points in that game against Fenwick. And then the center, Jordan Boyd, also had a nice game against the Fenwick Friars. 15 points last Friday night for Jordan Boyd. So we're about ready for tip-off here. What should be another great game here in the Chicago Catholic League between DePaul Prep and St. Joseph. Excited to be with you here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago, live from Westchester, Illinois at St. Joseph High School. Squaring off for the tip will be Pavel Panatovic and Jordan Boyd. Boyd at 6'6", Panatovic at 6'5". And Jordan Boyd wins the tip directly back to Chance Aldridge, and the Chargers will start with the basketball. Here's Ahmad Muhammad on the right wing to Jafari Brown, top of the key. Now it's Jordan Boyd, left wing beyond the three-point line, to his brother Jalen at the top of the key. Boyd over to his brother Jordan Boyd, baseline. Now back Chance Aldridge on the right baseline. Hands off for Ahmad Muhammad with a runner in the lane. That's good to put the Chargers on the board first. 2-0 as DePaul Prep takes over. Raheem Anthony to Cowan at the top of the key. Now it's Cody on the right wing. Cody dribbles around the three-point line and then hands off for Raheem Anthony. Now it's back to Cody around midcourt, being guarded by Chance Aldridge. Pass out for Lance Mosley. Now it's Raheem Anthony on the right wing. Now they go to Cowan at the top of the key. His pass is out of bounds. It will go to the Chargers. So a turnover on the first possession for DePaul Prep. St. Joe's with the 2-0 lead with 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Jafari Brown at the top of the key. Looking for a pass out. Gets it to Ahmad Muhammad on the left wing. Now it's Chance Aldridge. Over for Jalen Boyd, left wing beyond the three-point line. Ahmad Muhammad thought about the three from the right wing. Now he'll drive with it and jump ball. As the Rams were able to get a hand in there, as Muhammad drove the basketball, they got the tie-up, and the Rams will take back over, trailing 2-0. Raheem Anthony brings it up the floor for DePaul. Hands it off for Mosley on the right wing. Now he'll give it over to Cowan for three from the right wing. That's good. 3-2 DePaul with 6:30 to play here in the first quarter. Ahmad Muhammad, top of the key for the Chargers. Now to Jalen Boyd, left wing. Ahmad Muhammad in the middle of the lane trying to pass out for Jafari Brown, and it gets away from him, out of bounds. It'll go back to DePaul Prep. Rams leading by one with 6:15 to play. As Cowan got on the board first with a three for DePaul Prep. Raheem Anthony at the top of the key. Now he drives to the basket, had an open lane but missed it. Offensive rebound by the Rams. They dish out for three from Mosley. That's short. Chargers trying to run with it the other way. Muhammad takes the long pass. His runner is up and in. So Ahmad Muhammad has the first 4 points for the Chargers. They lead it 4-3 with just under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Anthony at the top of the key. Now he'll dribble on over to around the midcourt stripe. Being guarded by Jafari Brown. Gives over to Cowan on the right wing. Now top of the key, Cody. It's Mosley on the left wing. Now top of the key for Raheem Anthony. Anthony taking his time. This is what DePaul Prep likes to do. They are very patient offensively. Short jumper is good from Raheem Anthony just to the left of the basket. 5-4 DePaul with 5:10 to play here in the first quarter. Jordan Boyd on the left wing. He'll drive with it now. Puts up an off-balance shot. Off the mark. Offensive rebound tipped out, and the Chargers have it. Ahmad Muhammad in the right corner to Chance Aldridge, top of the key. Now it's Jalen Boyd left wing. Boyd's going to drive with it. His runner is up and in. 6-5 Chargers. So this game being played at the pace the Chargers want it. Cowan will pop another three. Off the mark, rebound to the Chargers. Ahmad Muhammad pushing it ahead. On the left wing, runner off the glass and in. What a start for Ahmad Muhammad. Already 6 points of the 8 total for the Chargers, and they lead it 8-5 with 4:30 to play here in the first quarter. Spencer Cody looking for a pass out. Hands it off to Lance Mosley. Now it's Cowan dribbling with it. Briefly tipped by Jordan Boyd, but Cowan holds on. Here's Cody on the left wing. Left corner three from Mosley, well off. Rebound by Jafari Brown. 4 minutes to play, first quarter, 8-5 Chargers. Ahmad Muhammad on the left wing. He's feeling it right now. Has 6 points already. Hasn't missed from the field. Chance Aldridge on the right wing. Pass to Jordan Boyd. He's got it in the right corner. Gives it off to his brother Jalen. He'll shoot a right wing three. Just short. Rebound by DePaul Prep, and running it with it the other way is Raheem Anthony. His lay-in is in. 8-7. The Chargers lead with 3:30 to play in the first quarter. Here's Jafari Brown backing his man in. Puts up an off-balance shot, well off the mark. Rebound by DePaul Prep. 3:30 to play here. Mosley in the right corner. He'll dribble out beyond the three-point line and pass it on over to Raheem Anthony. Anthony will reset the offense. The Rams take their time. Cowan with a long two-point jumper from the right wing. He gets it to go. So Perry Cowan with 5 points already. 9-8 DePaul with 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Higher scoring than the Rams would like it. But this is where the Chargers want the game to go. They want it played at a faster pace. Chance Aldridge at the top of the key. Into Jalen Boyd around the free throw line, and he travels. Second turnover for the Chargers thus far. There's now a substitute coming out for DePaul Prep. It'll be Anthony Papineau. Papineau, a 6'1 senior forward. Here's Cowan on the left wing, hands off for Papineau. Now it is Cody in the right corner. Looking in for Panatovic, and a foul called, a reach-in. See who this one is on. That is Jordan Boyd, his first foul. Team's first. Here with 2:30 to play in the first quarter. DePaul Prep leading 9-8, and they have the ball underneath the Chargers' basket. Raheem Anthony, the inbounds man, gets it into Cowan on the right wing. Over to Cody in the left corner. Now Panatovic backing in, back out Cody, left wing three, long, rebound tipped around, and the Rams have it. Cowan will pull up for a short jumper, nothing but net. 11-8 DePaul Prep with just over 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Chargers back with the basketball now. Jordan Boyd on the right wing, just inside the three-point line, was looking for a bounce pass in. It's stolen by DePaul Prep. Now they're moving with the ball in transition. Cowan baseline jumper. He got it. He's on fire, folks, right now. Already, Perry Cowan has 9 points of the 13 for DePaul Prep. The Rams have a 5-point lead with 1:45 to play first quarter. Chance Aldridge, top of the key, to Jordan Boyd, left wing. Boyd looking for a pass, can't find it. Nearly stolen and out of bounds off of DePaul Prep. Jafari Brown inbounds to Chance Aldridge. He'll bring it over the midcourt stripe with 1:30 to play here in the first quarter. Chargers trailing by 5. Into Jalen Boyd, pulls up for a jumper from the baseline. It was halfway in and then rattled out. DePaul Prep with the rebound, and Cody brings it up the floor for the Rams. Now Cowan with another three. This one's off. Thankfully for the Chargers, Cowan was smoking from outside as Jafari Brown hits a 2-point jumper from the right wing to make it 13-10. Here's Raheem Anthony on the right wing. Now he'll dribble out near the top of the key. Hands off to Cody. Cody being guarded by Chance Aldridge. Now he'll give it to Cowan, backing in against Jalen Boyd. Cowan on the left wing, over to Raheem Anthony. 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. DePaul Prep may be holding for the last shot here. They lead it 13-10. As I've mentioned a few times, the Rams like to play at a slower pace. And they will indeed run some clock here. Now down to just about 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Coach Tom Kleinschmidt imploring his team to hold for that last shot. Now about 12 seconds left here in the first quarter. Down to 10, 9. Clock continues to run. Raheem Anthony trying to drive. Pulls up for a short jumper. Off the mark. Rebound to St. Joe's, but no time to respond. So at the end of the first quarter, the score, the DePaul Prep Rams 13 and the St. Joseph Chargers 10. You're listening to St. Joseph Chargers basketball on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. We'll be back with you in just about 30 seconds. Welcome back to St. Joseph and DePaul Prep here on Arena Sportsnet Chicago. The Rams have a 13-10 lead after the first quarter, and Perry Cowan, the story for DePaul Prep, already with 9 points in the first quarter, 9 of the 13. Now, last week for Fenwick, DJ Stewart had 10 points in the first quarter, but the Chargers were able to slow him down. He finished with 17, so had just 7 in the next 3 quarters. We'll see if it's the same story with Cowan, but definitely a good start for the junior for DePaul Prep. For the Chargers, Ahmad Muhammad got going early, has 6 of the 10 points for St. Joe's. Malik Anderson enters the game for the first time to start here the second quarter. Actually, he did come in near the end of that first quarter, and he'll inbound to Ahmad Muhammad. Anderson, the junior, at 6'4". Jordan Boyd on the right wing to Jalen Boyd. Now it's Malik Anderson right wing, guarded tightly by Papineau. Over to Jordan Boyd left wing. Entry pass to his brother Jalen. Baseline jumper. Rattles out. Rebound to DePaul Prep. Cowan bringing it forward. Over to Cody on the right wing. Now it's Mosley. Mosley dribbles near the top of the key looking for a pass as he lost his dribble, and Malik Anderson playing defense well, and they force a turnover. Stolen by Jalen Boyd ahead to Ahmad Muhammad for the right-handed lay-in off the glass and in. 8 points for Ahmad Muhammad. It's 13-12. Chargers trail by just 1 with a little over 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Spencer Cody with it. Over to Cowan. Fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Pantovic, and he is fouled over the back by Jordan Boyd, and that's the second foul on Jordan. Unfortunate break there for the Chargers as Jordan Boyd may have to head to the bench here with 2 fouls. 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. First free throw from Pantovic off front iron. So the score remains at 13-12 as Antonio Hardaway will enter the game for Jordan Boyd. But this is going to be difficult for the Chargers without Jordan Boyd, who has been playing tremendous basketball lately, as the second free throw is also off the mark. So it remains a 13-12 game. DePaul Prep with the 1-point lead. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Chargers with the basketball now. Ahmad Muhammad on the left wing. Guarded by Pantovic. Into the lane. Pass out for Jalen Boyd. Fakes the jumper. Now dishes back over for Malik Anderson. He lost the basketball at the free throw line. Ahead to Cowan. And he goes with the one-handed lay. I thought he was going to go for the dunk there, but decided against it. Probably wisely. 11 points for Cowan now. 15-12 DePaul Prep. 6:30 to play, second quarter. Malik Anderson on the right wing for the Chargers. To the top of the key for Muhammad. Muhammad hands off back for Anderson. And now he'll give over to Jafari Brown on the left wing. Back to Anderson left wing. Left corner Jalen Boyd. Now Jafari Brown just inside the three-point line on the left wing. Tries to drive to the basket. His short jumper is off. And then an offensive rebound by Antonio Hardaway and a foul called. Foul was on Lance Mosley. His first and the first on the Rams thus far tonight. DePaul Prep with the 3-point lead, 15-12, 6:02 to play here in the second quarter. Inbounds to Jalen Boyd in the right corner. He'll give it over to Ahmad Muhammad on the right wing. Muhammad for Jalen Boyd. His jumper can't quite get it to go. Offensive rebound by Antonio Hardaway. Puts it up and he's fouled. So Hardaway coming off the bench with 2 offensive rebounds already as he came on for Jordan Boyd, who picked up those 2 fouls. So now Hardaway will go to the line for 2 free throws. Hardaway gets the first one. The second free throw from Antonio Hardaway. That's short, but an offensive rebound. He gets his own rebound, tries to go up, and his shot attempt goes out of bounds. But 3 offensive rebounds already for Antonio Hardaway off the bench. 15-13 the score. DePaul Prep with the lead and the basketball. Spencer Cody will bring it up the floor for the Rams. He hands off for Mosley. Now it's Raheem Anthony at the top of the key. Anthony to Cowan on the right wing. Nearly stolen by the Chargers. But DePaul Prep's able to hold on. They'll recover. 5:20 to play. They lead it by 2. Raheem Anthony driving the lane. Now dishes back out for Cowan. He has the free throw line to Anthony, right wing three-pointer. That's short. Rebound to the Chargers with Jalen Boyd. Boyd at the top of the key. Now he'll dish out Malik Anderson, a right wing three. Nothing but net. Well, the Chargers did not hit a three-pointer in the entire game last Friday against Fenwick. They already have one here, and they lead it 16-15 with 4:53. But then a foul on the floor on the other end. This one going on Ahmad Muhammad, his first. The third on the Chargers as a team. DePaul inbounding under the Charger basket. Pantovic can't get it to go from in close, but an offensive rebound by Cowan, and he puts it up and in. Perry Cowan with 4 points here in the second quarter, had 9 in the first quarter. Artie with 13, 17-16 DePaul. Just about 4.5 minutes left here in the first half. Malik Anderson to Ahmad Muhammad on the right wing. Muhammad to Jalen Boyd. Guarded tightly by Spencer Cody. In the lane now, trying to dish back out for Malik Anderson, and the pass was wide, went into the backcourt, over and back. So a turnover will give the ball back to DePaul Prep. Rams lead it by 1 with 4:21 to play here in the second quarter. Raheem Anthony will inbound into the backcourt for Spencer Cody. Cody being bothered by John Robinson, who came off the bench for the Chargers. Now it's Cowan dribbling near the left wing. He'll hand back off for Cody. And they give it back on over to Raheem Anthony at the top of the key. He'll dribble it back out near midcourt. trying to cross over Ahmad Muhammad. Now he'll dish out right corner for Mosley. Mosley will have to give back to Anthony on the right wing, trying to drive the lane, and he got it to go. Some nice defense there by Antonio Hardaway, but it just wasn't enough as Raheem Anthony was able to drive to the bucket. 19-16 DePaul with 3:40 to play here in the second quarter. Ahmad Muhammad on the right wing to John Robinson. Was looking for John Robinson on the left wing. It was tipped away, but then Robinson was able to hold on. Here's Malik Anderson, another three, just off. Rebound by DePaul Prep. And the Rams will move with it the other way with the 3-point lead. Raheem Anthony with the basketball. Again, this is a very patient DePaul offense, but here's Cowan with a floater. What else is new? He's making everything tonight. 15 points for Perry Cowan of the 21 for DePaul Prep. They lead it 21-16, and Coach Gene Pingator will call a timeout. We'll be back with you in just a bit here on Arena Sportsnet and Arena Sportsnet Chicago. Welcome back here to St. Joseph High School in Westchester, where DePaul Prep leads it 21-16 with 3:04 to play here in the second quarter. The story of the night has been Perry Cowan, the talented junior. In the first quarter, had 9 points, has 6 here in the second quarter, so 15 total of the 21 for DePaul Prep. Ahmad Muhammad does have 8 for the Chargers. And also Malik Anderson has hit a 3 for St. Joe's. John Robinson dribbling near midcourt. Now to the left wing, off to Ahmad Muhammad, top of the key. Muhammad dribbles over to the right wing. Now Jalen Boyd, top of the key. Thought about the 3. Gives it over to Jafari Brown. His left wing 3 is off. Offensive rebound by Antonio Hardaway. Puts it back up, and it rolled all the way across the back iron and out. Unfortunate break there for Antonio Hardaway. And DePaul with the rebound. They lead by 5, 2:30 to play second quarter. Spencer Cody to Cowan. Left wing 3. He got it. This kid is unbelievable. 18 points for Perry Cowan in the second quarter, folks. Chargers trying to respond, but then Hardaway lost the basketball. Cody pushing it in transition for the Rams. Now he gives over for Papanou, guarded by John Robinson. 2 minutes to play, second quarter, 24-16 DePaul. After the Chargers had taken a 16-15 lead, it's been a 9-0 run for the Rams. Mosley to Cody on the right wing. Now Papanou in the left corner. Papanou dribbles to the middle of the lane and then had John Robinson on his feet, but he had lost his dribble, so he did pass back out with about 1:35 to play here in the second quarter. Cowan trying to cross over his man. Wasn't able to do so, nearly lost the ball. They gave it back to him, though, and now he is fouled on a reach-in. The foul called on Jalen Boyd. That's his first. And the fourth on the Chargers as a team. 1:25 to play. DePaul Prep will inbound from the sideline in the front court into Raheem Anthony, who takes over in the backcourt. He brings it over the midcourt stripe. Now to Cowan. Long two-point jumper. This one's off back iron. Offensive rebound, though, by Cowan. It was a long rebound. And the Rams got the break here. Just over a minute left in the second quarter. DePaul Prep, I wouldn't be surprised to see them hold it for the rest of this half. That's the way they play the game. They are very patient offensively as they continue to circle around as Cody fakes a 3 in the left corner, and then a foul called on Chance Aldridge. This one on the floor. That's the 5th on the Chargers as a team. Raheem Anthony will inbound from the right sideline. Anthony with 45 seconds here left in the half. Pass nearly got away from Perry Cowan. but he was able to hold on and gives it back over to Anthony, who will reset the offense with 40 seconds to play in the half. Anthony being guarded tightly by Jafari Brown, hands off for Mosley. Mosley will give it over to Cohen at the top of the key. Now Pantovic, it's back to Anthony. 25 seconds left here in the half. As I said, DePaul Prep winding well over a minute of clock here, holding on this last possession, and then a foul called on Jafari Brown as he pushed down Raheem Anthony. That will be his first, the team's sixth. 17 seconds to play, and DePaul Prep will inbound from underneath the Chargers basket with an 8-point lead. It can be frustrating to defend against this DePaul Prep offense that will take as much time as possible. 15 seconds left in the half. Cody with it near midcourt. Hands off for Anthony with 10 seconds. They got to get something going quickly here. It's down to 8. Now 5 seconds. Anthony trying to drive it. Pulls up for a jumper. Off the mark. Rebound by the Chargers. Three-quarter court shot from Jafari Brown off the backboard. So at the end of the first half, the score, the DePaul Prep Rams 24 and the St. Joseph Chargers 16. Perry Cowan 18 points in that first half, and he's showing why tonight. He's a high Division I recruit, but the Chargers will look to slow him down in the second half. They trail by just 8. Ahmad Muhammad off to a good start. He has 8 points for the Chargers. Can they work their way back into this one? We'll find out. We'll be back with you here on arenasportsnet.com at 7:40 p.m. You can find this game at arenasportsnet.com or Arena Sportsnet Chicago. That's at arenasportsnet.com/ASN Chicago/live. Thank you.
On the right side, I see it on the left, and then only 2 guys for the ball score. 18 now.
I know, he's something. Welcome back here on arenasportsnet.com and Arena Sportsnet Chicago. I'd like to thank the CEO of Arena Sportsnet, Brian Snow, for giving me the opportunity to broadcast here for Arena Sportsnet and creating the partnership with St. Joseph, starting with football and then joining in basketball. We'd like to thank Mark Cisetti, as always, the president of the St. Joseph Basketball Alumni Association, for getting this started this season with broadcasting boys basketball for the St. Joseph Chargers. Once again, a thank you to the administration here at St. Joseph High School, head coach Gene Pingator, athletic director Bruce DeSanto, principal Dr. Ronald Hoover, and president Brother Thomas Harding, and everyone here at St. Joseph. I'd like to take a moment to say every single person I have met associated with St. Joseph has been so welcoming, and as somebody who went to another Catholic school, I really feel like I've become a part of this family, so I'd like to say thank you for that. Really a tremendous community here of students, faculty, staff, alumni, and fans from the community as well. Everyone is really great here at St. Joseph, so quick moment to say thank you for that so far this season and during football season as well. But right now, the St. Joseph Chargers find themselves in an 8-point hole. They trail 24-16 at the half. Second half action will be starting up in just about 2 minutes here from St. Joseph High School. As I said right before the break, the story of this game thus far, Perry Cowan. I mentioned him in the pregame. He has offers from some big-time schools, including the University of Illinois. Had 18 points in that first half, as DePaul Prep only had 2 players score, Perry Cowan and Raheem Anthony. Anthony had 6 points, Cowan had 18. Chargers spread out the basketball a bit more as Ahmad Muhammad led the Chargers in scoring with 8 points. Jalen Boyd and Jafari Brown both had 2, and Malik Anderson hit a 3-point jumper. But Jordan Boyd got into foul trouble. 2 fouls with 7 minutes left in the second quarter, had to go to the bench, and he was held scoreless in that first half. And he should be coming back out on the floor to start this third quarter. But those 2 fouls, something to watch out for Jordan Boyd. Jalen Boyd also picked up a foul. So foul trouble could be an issue, at least for Jordan Boyd, in the second half. Nobody on the Rams really in foul trouble in that first half. But the question is, can St. Joe's force some turnovers? This DePaul Prep team will take well over a minute per possession at times, and it gets to a point where this is a very difficult team to come back against just because of how slowly they play in the half court. They will not take a shot until they're wide open. In fact, it reminds me, the other night I was watching Hoosiers, and of course you watch that, the Coach Normandale of who Gene Hackman portrayed. He said, no shots until 4 passes. That's kind of the way DePaul Prep is playing tonight, but in fact I think it's more than 4 passes per possession. As DePaul Prep will start with the basketball here in the second half. Again, they lead it by 8, 24-16. Cowan at the top of the key. Over to Mosley on the right wing. Mosley guarded by Ahmad Muhammad. Now he hands off for Cowan, who nearly walked with it, but was just able to hold on to the basketball there. Or rather, he nearly lost it, and some St. Joe's fans wanted to travel, didn't get the call. Raheem Anthony on the left wing, trying to cross over, find some space, fakes a jumper, now back out for Mosley. Again, the Rams have taken up over 40 seconds on this possession. Here's Mosley. He'll give it over to Raheem Anthony on the right wing. Now he dribbles into the lane, looking for a pass out to Cowan. Cowan puts up an off-balance jumper, well short. Rebound by Ahmad Muhammad, was looking for a long pass ahead. Jalen Boyd was able to get it off the deflection, and then a foul is called. As Boyd went up to the basket. So he'll go to line for 2. 7:03 to play third quarter. 24-16 DePaul Prep. Coach Pingator mentioned Chargers shoot 68% as a team from the line. First free throw from Jalen Boyd, nothing but net. The foul was on Raheem Anthony, his first, and the first of the second half for either of these two teams. Second free throw from Jalen Boyd. Also swishes that one. 24-18 now. The Chargers trail by 6, and they'll bring a little bit of a full court press now. Raheem Anthony with the ball in the backcourt, gets a screen from Pantovic, and he tries to drive. He nearly lost the ball, but regained possession on the left wing. Dribbles back out near half court, now trying to drive on the left side, had it tipped. They call a reach-in foul. Crowd here at St. Joe's does not like the call. And Ahmad Muhammad is dinged for the foul. His second. 6:44 to play, third quarter. 24-18 DePaul Prep, and they will inbound from underneath the Chargers basket. Looking for Pantovic. It's stolen by the Chargers off the inbounds. Up ahead for Chance Aldridge in the front court. Aldridge pulls up for a jumper. Off back iron. Rebound by Cowan. Up ahead in transition for Raheem Anthony. He's wide open, but he's blocked by Jordan Boyd from behind. Offensive rebound, though, and now Cowan comes trailing out of 3, and he got it. So the block backfires for the Chargers as Cowan has 21. It's 27-18 DePaul Prep. Chargers back with it. Jordan Boyd baseline to Ahmad Muhammad, right corner. Left wing for Jafari Brown. His 3 is off. Offensive rebound by Chance Aldridge. No look pass to Jordan Boyd. Free throw line jumper. That's off as well. Offensive rebound by Jalen Boyd. He spins his way to the basket and scores. So Jalen Boyd has the first 4 points of the second half for the Chargers, who trail by 7, 27-20. 5:54 to play in the third quarter, and Tom Kleinschmidt will call a timeout for DePaul Prep. Boy, what a play that was by Jordan Boyd, coming from behind to block that lay-in by Raheem Anthony off the backboard. But then the offensive rebound by DePaul Prep. Perry Cowan comes running in, and he nails the 3. So it ended up, despite the great efforts of Jordan Boyd, DePaul ended up with 3 points on that possession instead of 2. Chargers looking to speed up the pace of this ball game, see if they can force some turnovers by DePaul Prep, get them to cut those possessions instead of being possessions near the minute mark, maybe just 30 seconds or so, more like if there were a shot clock here in the state of Illinois. Cody will inbound from midcourt to Raheem Anthony in the backcourt. He'll bring it over the midcourt stripe on the left side. Crosses over, now dishes off for Cowan left wing. Top of the key, it's stolen by the Chargers on the pass. Up ahead, Aldridge to the bucket. Off the glass and in transition. Chance Aldridge has his first points of the night. 27-22. Chargers within 5. DePaul Prep back with the basketball now. Raheem Anthony brings it up over the midcourt stripe on the right side. Now he'll hand off for Spencer Cody. Cody to Cowan on the left wing, already with 21 points for the junior. Cody in the right corner. Now it's Mosley for 3. He got it. Lance Mosley scores his first points of the night. It's 30-22. DePaul Prep lead back up to 8, which is what the lead was at halftime. 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Chargers back with the basketball now. Top of the key, Jafari Brown. Brown to Jordan Boyd on the right wing. Boyd looking for the entry pass to his brother, tipped out to Ahmad Muhammad in the right corner. And he'll give it back out to Jafari Brown to reset the offense. Chance Aldridge, right wing. Entry pass to Jordan Boyd, who's posting up. He works his way to the lane. Can't get it to go from in close. Wanted the foul call, didn't get it. Rebounded to DePaul Prep. They have it in transition to Cowan underneath. And he scores. Has 5 points here in the second half for 23 total thus far. 32-22 DePaul with 4:20 to play in the third quarter. Chance Aldridge on the left wing to Ahmad Muhammad, top of the key, with Cowan guarding him tightly. Muhammad into Jalen Boyd, posting up baseline, pulls up for a jumper, off the mark, rebound to DePaul. Up ahead for Cowan. Cowan, mid-range jumper, rattles out, but the offensive rebound for DePaul. And against a team like DePaul, you cannot afford to give up the offensive rebounds. the second chance points just because of how much time they take with these possessions. Here's Raheem Anthony on the left wing, looking for Cowan, but it's stolen by Jalen Boyd. He'll go for the lay-in and an easy 2 points. Jalen Boyd was 6 points here in the third quarter as the Chargers bring a full court press, 32-24. DePaul back with the basketball with 3:35 to play in this one. Raheem Anthony on the left wing. Anthony being bothered by Ahmad Muhammad. Anthony trying to cross him over. Now he'll hand off for Mosley just inside the three-point line at the top of the key, and they dish it back out to Anthony on the right side to reset the offense. Just over 3 minutes left here, third quarter, 32-24 DePaul Prep. Spencer Cody now to Mosley, left wing. Mosley over to Anthony, right wing three. That's long. Rebound by Jafari Brown. Chargers looking to push it. Ahead to Ahmad Muhammad in the front court. His runner is short. Offensive rebound by Jordan Boyd up and in. And the first points of the night for Jordan Boyd. 32-26. Chargers cut the DePaul lead to 6 points. Raheem Anthony on the right wing, dribbles to the lane, short jumper, got the roll. And Anthony has 8 points now, 34-26 DePaul, 2:30 to play in the third. Jafari Brown, top of the key. Brown, Jordan Boyd, left wing jumper just inside the three-point line. That's long. Rebound DePaul. Up ahead for Cowan on the baseline. And a blocking foul called. As Cowan did put up a shot near the end of that one, and they are indeed going to say that he was in the act of shooting there. I thought it might have been called on the floor, as it looked to me that the foul occurred right when Cowan caught the ball, but they are going to say he was in the act of shooting. So we'll go to line for two. First free throw from Cowan, straight through. 24 points for Perry Cowan. He's looking for number 25 at the line here. To put this in perspective, DePaul currently has 35 points. Perry Cowan has 24 of them. What a performance from the junior. Second free throw. Also nothing but net. So 25 points for Perry Cowan. It's 36-26. That DePaul lead back up to 10 points. Ahmad Muhammad will bring it over the midcourt stripe at the top of the key now. Gives over to John Robinson, who re-entered on the left wing. Into Ahmad Muhammad at the free throw line to Jalen Boyd on the baseline on the right side. Boyd will dribble back out beyond the three-point line. Now he'll look to drive it, trying to kick it out for Ahmad Muhammad. It's stolen by Mosley of DePaul. He goes for the lay-in, can't get it to go. Rebound by Ahmad Muhammad. Now the Chargers have numbers the other way. Here's Muhammad with the right-handed lay-in. He got it. 10 points for Ahmad Muhammad, and now it's nearly stolen by the Chargers, but DePaul's able to hold on. 1:40 to play, 36-28 DePaul. Clock winds down to a minute and a half here in the third quarter. Perry Cowan on the left side looking for a screen. Now he hands off for Mosley, who dribbles around the three-point arc. Mosley on the left side near midcourt. Mosley to Pantovic, the big man. He's been scoreless tonight. Again, wouldn't be surprised to see DePaul Prep try to hold it for the rest of this quarter with just over a minute to play in the third. We've seen them do it near the end of the half. Here's Cowan. Off for Mosley. Back out Cody on the left wing. Cody fakes the jumper. Thought about pulling up from mid-range. Out of bounds. It'll go the Chargers' way. Initially looked like Jordan Boyd got a hand on it, but they're saying DePaul touched it last. The officials will have a discussion now briefly. Oh, they changed it. They're giving DePaul the ball as the Chargers had already started heading the other way towards the front court. They're going to have to reset defensively for this inbound here. So DePaul has it with an 8-point lead, 36-28, 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. Raheem Anthony to Cowan near midcourt. Gives it over to Darren Schauer, who we're seeing for the first time tonight. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. And again, DePaul is going to hold for this last shot, you would think. based on what they've been doing thus far tonight. A very patient team offensively. 25 seconds now in the third. Cody dribbles on the left side, hands off for Cowan. Now 15 seconds to play. Cowan just holding out of the basketball. Now over for Shower with 10 seconds. Raheem Anthony. 8 seconds to play. Now down to 5. Anthony's going to try to create the shot himself. He'll dish out for Shower. His three off the mark. So at the end of the third quarter, the score, the DePaul Prep Rams 36 and the St. Joseph Chargers 28. You're listening to St. Joseph Chargers basketball on Arena Sportsnet and Arena Sportsnet Chicago. We'll be back with you in about 30 seconds here. Welcome back here to St. Joseph High School, where DePaul Prep has a 36-28 lead over the home Chargers. Perry Cowan continues to impress. 25 points through 3 quarters. Cowan, who has an offer from the University of Illinois. And as many of you listening out there know, if you're a basketball player in Illinois and you receive an offer from the Illini, that shows what kind of player you are. One of the best in the state. And he's just a junior. 8 minutes to play as we're going to start this fourth quarter. Chargers trailing by 8, but they will start with the basketball. Muhammad inbounds to Chance Aldridge. Aldridge to Jafari Brown on the right wing. Brown to Jordan Boyd, who's posting up. Boyd looking for a pass out. Gives it over to his brother. Now they reset at the top of the key with Ahmad Muhammad. Back for Jalen Boyd, right wing. Jalen Boyd guarded tightly by Cowan, and a reach-in foul called on Raheem Anthony. Oh, rather they called it on Cowan. That's his second foul, second as a team on the Rams. Inbounds pass to Jordan Boyd. Tries to go up, and he's fouled as the shot went just to the left of the rim. And the foul is on Perry Cowan. That's his third. So that could become a story now with 7:34 to play. Jordan Boyd's first free throw is good. 36-29. Second free throw from Jordan. Swishes it. 36-30. Chargers will bring the full court press. Anthony having trouble finding inbounds. It's stolen by Jordan Boyd. Oh, and they call the travel as Boyd was just trying to gain possession. And I'm not sure if it was a travel. It looked more to me like a double dribble, but they call a travel. Nonetheless, it's a turnover back to DePaul Prep, who's inbounding from underneath their own basket. Raheem Anthony with it in the backcourt with Muhammad on him. Briefly double team. Now he's near the corner near midcourt. They call a foul on Chance Aldridge. Crowd here does not like the call. And I think it's fair to maybe dispute that one, as it looked to me that Anthony was about to step out of bounds near midcourt as Chance Aldridge was playing outstanding defense there, but they got him with the foul. Inbounds here at midcourt. It's stolen by the Chargers. Aldridge to Jafari Brown. Hesitates, puts it up and in. 36-32. Jafari Brown has just 4 points, but now he has the Chargers within 4 with 7:16 to play here in the fourth quarter. It happened last week against Fenwick. The full court press started to bring some magic for the Chargers, create turnovers. It's doing it again here tonight against DePaul Prep. The question is, can the Chargers keep this going for over 7 minutes? Difficult to maintain that level of energy near the end of a basketball game, especially with a Chargers team that plays their starters quite a bit. Now, Malik Anderson has done a nice job off the bench tonight, as well as Antonio Hardaway and John Robinson. But right now, the starting five is on the floor for the Chargers. And you would think that they will be on the floor for most of the rest of this game. 7:16 to play. 4-point lead for DePaul Prep. The Rams will have to inbound from underneath their own basket, and they've had trouble with this. Couple of steals by the Chargers already in this fourth quarter. Showers is the inbound man. Gets it into Spencer Cody. Guarded tightly by Chance Aldridge. Cody gets a screen to make his way over midcourt. Now he'll hand off for Cowan. 7 minutes to play, 36-32 DePaul Prep. The Rams with the basketball. Cowan trying to cross over Jalen Boyd. He has it at the top of the key. Now he'll give off for Raheem Anthony. Anthony hands off for Cody near midcourt. Spencer Cody defended by Chance Aldridge. Now Darren Shower to Raheem Anthony, top of the key. Hands off for Cowan. Dribbling around to the right side of the three-point arc. Jalen Boyd applying tremendous defensive pressure. It's deflected. The Chargers come away with it into the front court for Jordan Boyd. Now he'll give off to Chance Aldridge. Chargers will settle things down here. Jordan Boyd in the post. And a travel is called. A travel is called on Jordan Boyd. The crowd here is livid, and Jordan Boyd pleading his case with the official, just asking why was that a travel as he caught the entry pass into the post. He wanted a foul called on DePaul Prep. Not the case, so the Rams will inbound again. They have it in the backcourt with Darren Shower facing a double team. Now it is Ford, or rather Spencer Cody. Cody to Raheem Anthony with 6:10 to play, 36-32. Raheem Anthony. Anthony trying to drive in, hands off for Cowan beyond the three-point line. Now a long two-point jumper, rattles out. Offensive rebound by DePaul, but what a play to come in. Nearly stolen as Jafari Brown went diving to the floor, but DePaul Prep recovers. They'll reset the offense with 5:50 to play. Deflected. The Chargers have it to Ahmad Muhammad, wide open in the front court. His lay-in is good. It's a two-point game. Two-point game. The Chargers are on an 8-0 run. It was 36-26. DePaul had a 10-point lead, and I said it. DePaul Prep is a difficult team to come back against because of how slowly they play in the half court. Well, how did the Chargers solve that problem? They went to a full-court press, and it has done wonders, forcing turnovers, leading to some transition buckets, and the Chargers find themselves within 2 points. 12 points so far tonight for Ahmad Muhammad. He's the leading scorer for the Chargers. Jalen Boyd has 8 points. Jordan Boyd with 3 of his own. 36-34. .5:43 to play. Fouls not entering the equation yet, as both teams have committed just 3 here in the second half. Chargers will keep going with that full court press, but now they don't have to worry as much. Before you were worried, would St. Joe's get enough possessions to get back into this one because of how slowly DePaul Prep plays. Having trouble with the inbound now, nearly 5 seconds there, but eventually Cowan caught the inbounds pass. Now he'll dribble up the left side. Facing a double team, loses the basketball. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow is the way of DePaul Prep. But what an effort defensively from St. Joseph here in the fourth quarter. And you can tell DePaul Prep is rattled by this pressure that the Chargers are applying. Raheem Anthony will inbound from the left side in the front court. Inbounds pass guarded tightly by Ahmad Muhammad. They get it into Pantovic. 5:30 to play, 36-34 Rams with the lead. Raheem Anthony will drive, find some space, He's fouled from behind. As he went to the bucket, he'll go to the line for 2. That foul is on Jordan Boyd, his 3rd foul. So Jordan Boyd with 3 for the Chargers. Perry Cowan has 3 for the Rams. Anthony's first free throw rattles out. It was about 40% down, but kept rolling around the cylinder and eventually just rimmed out. Second free throw here from Anthony. He nails this one, 37-34. Chargers can cut it to 1 or tie it up here on this possession. 5:20 to play. St. Joe's trails by 3. Ahmad Muhammad on the left wing. Now over to Chance Aldridge, top of the key. Jalen Boyd on the right wing. Back for Jafari Brown, top of the key near midcourt to Chance Aldridge. Now Ahmad Muhammad in the left corner. Muhammad dribbles back near the top of the key now to Jordan Boyd. Boyd has it beyond the 3-point line. He hands back off to the point guard, Chance Aldridge. For Ahmad Muhammad on the right wing beyond the 3-point line. Muhammad to Jalen Boyd. 4:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. 3-point lead for DePaul Prep. Jordan Boyd, pull-up jumper. He got it. Mid-range jumper from the baseline. 37-36 with 4.5 to play. Raheem Anthony inbounds to Mosley. Mosley still in the backcourt now, being harassed by Jafari Brown. Now he'll give off for Raheem Anthony. 4:20 to play, 37-36. DePaul with the 1-point lead. Anthony looking for a screen. Now he'll dribble up the left side. Hands off for Perry Cowan. Cowan free throw line jumper. Off back iron. Rebound being battled for. Tipped. And eventually Pantovic came away with it for DePaul Prep. So a second chance here for the Rams. Raheem Anthony on the left side. Under 4 minutes to play. 1-point lead for DePaul Prep. 37-36. And 5 seconds there. Anthony just didn't seem to be paying much attention as Jafari Brown was defending him tightly, and it's a 5-second call. The Chargers force another turnover, and they can take the lead here. St. Joe's with the ball with 3:49 to play. They trail by 1. Jafari Brown on the right wing to Aldridge near midcourt. Aldridge now off to Ahmad Muhammad, right wing beyond the 3-point line. Muhammad tried to drive in briefly, decided against it. Now gives back for Chance Aldridge. Crowd here at St. Joseph imploring their Chargers to come away with a bucket here on this possession. Jordan Boyd has it on the baseline on the right side. Boyd looking for a pass out. He's facing tight pressure. It's stolen by DePaul Prep, but then the Chargers steal it back with Jalen Boyd. He pushed in the front court. Chance Aldridge, corner 3. Off the mark. Rebound was fought for. Tipped out of bounds by DePaul Prep. So the Chargers will have it under the Rams basket with 3:09 to play. Timeout on the floor. Oh, what a game here tonight in the Chicago Catholic League. And this is why you come to games in the CCL. You never know when you're going to have a night like this. 37-36. DePaul Prep still clinging on to a 1-point lead, but they led by as many as 10. 36-26. Since then, a 10-1 run for the Chargers. .309 to play. Ahmad Muhammad having himself a heck of a ball game with 12 points tonight. 4 for Jafari Brown. 6 for Jordan Boyd. 8 for Jalen Boyd. So the Chargers will inbound under the Ram basket. On the right side, Chance Aldridge looking for a pass in to Jalen Boyd. Tried to go up, lost the basketball. Taken by Muhammad. And now he nearly had it stolen away, but the Chargers trying to hold on. The ball's on the floor. Cowan has it. Then he tried to pass it out. lost the basketball. What's the call here? This went off of an official, and they're going to say it's DePaul Prep ball. That ball went off the official and then out of bounds, and they're allowing DePaul Prep to keep the ball. 37-36, 2:50 to play. The Rams with the ball, and now an offensive foul, an illegal screen on DePaul Prep. That's the foul called on Raheem Anthony. 2:48 to play. Chargers trail by 1, and they have it. Chance Aldridge to Jordan Boyd on the left wing. Boyd to Ahmad Muhammad, right wing, fakes this three. Thought about giving to Chance Aldridge there, but it was deflected out of bounds. The Chargers will keep it. They'll inbound from the right side. Into Ahmad Muhammad. 2:30 to play here. Chargers trail by 1, 37-36. Ahmad Muhammad at the top of the key. Muhammad looking for a pass here. Gives it over to Chance Aldridge on the left wing. Aldridge to Jafari Brown near midcourt. Now Ahmad Muhammad, right wing. 2:15 to play in this one. Jordan Boyd, top of the key. Boyd trying to drive with it. Left-handed lay-in just off. Rebound by DePaul Prep. And it's nearly stolen away. It is stolen by the Chargers. They'll bring it back into the front court. Pull-up jumper, Ahmad Muhammad. He got it! The Chargers take the lead. The Chargers take the lead, 38-37, with 1:50 to play. Ice in his veins for Ahmad Muhammad. And a timeout to DePaul Prep. 14 points, and he gives the Chargers the lead, 38-37, with 1:46 to play. This gym is up for grabs. What an effort from the St. Joseph Chargers thus far to work their way back into this one. They trailed by 10, 36-26. Since then, they have outscored DePaul Prep 12-1. And now they have a 1-point lead. Leading for the first time in this game since it was 2-0 back in the first quarter. And Ahmad Muhammad, a major reason why, 14 points, and the confidence to pull up for a mid-range jumper, contested, and he hit it. Nothing but net to give the Chargers the 1-point lead. DePaul Prep trying to inbound near midcourt. They're able to get it into Pantovic with 1:40 to play. Raheem Anthony brings it over to the midcourt stripe on the left side. Anthony guarded by Ahmad Muhammad. Now into the left corner. Cowan left wing three. He nailed it. What a response by Perry Cowan. It's 40-38 DePaul. And he has 28 points. Jafari Brown setting up the offense for the Chargers with 1:20 to play. Jalen Boyd on the right wing. Boyd looking for a pass to Chance Aldridge. He has on the right wing for Jalen Boyd now. Top of the key, 1:10 to play. 40-38 DePaul Prep. Chargers looking to tie or take the lead here on this possession. And a timeout called by Coach Gene Pingator. And you wonder what Coach Pingator will draw up here. Needing a score to tie this one with 1:01 to play. It's 40-38 DePaul Prep. Well, I said Ahmad Muhammad had ice in his veins. How about Perry Cowan there? Just so much confidence there. A deep three-pointer from the left side. 28 points now. 28 of the 40 for DePaul Prep. And they have a 2-point lead. Had 18 in the first half. 7 in the third quarter. What a performance. 28 points for Perry Cowan. Ahmad Muhammad with 14 for St. Joe's. Chargers trail by 2. They'll have the basketball in the front court. Coming out of this timeout, they'll inbound from the sideline near their own bench. Ahmad Muhammad will be the inbound man. in this crucial Chicago Catholic League Blue game. A win here tonight could make a huge statement for the Chargers. Muhammad into Chance Aldridge in the backcourt. He brings it over the midcourt stripe now. Under a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. 40-38 DePaul Prep. Jafari Brown thought about the three. Pulls up for a long two. Just off. Rebound. And DePaul Prep has it. They'll bring it over the midcourt stripe with 40 seconds. Now the Chargers applying some pressure. And a timeout called by DePaul Prep. 42 seconds left. The Rams have the ball and the 2-point lead. It was a good look from Jafari Brown, but it was just off the mark. Can the Chargers force another turnover here to get the ball back so they can tie this one up or take the lead? Maybe at the very least send this one to overtime. That would be the hope for the Chargers here. But again, this is where having to play those starters a lot of minutes could come into play. How much energy do they have? We'll come out of the timeout now. 40-38 DePaul Prep. 42 seconds. 4 fouls on both teams. Possession arrow is currently pointing the way of St. Joe's. So that could come into play if there's a tie-up here. DePaul will inbound from the left side, opposite the scorer's table. Spencer Cody will be the inbound man. Jafari Brown with his arms all the way up to contest it. Cody into Perry Cowan. Cowan trying to drive, and he's able to draw the foul there on Jalen Boyd. That is the 5th foul on the Chargers as a team. 2nd foul on Jalen Boyd. Chargers need to foul twice more to put DePaul Prep in the 1-1. Having some trouble with the inbound here, looking for Pantovic. Can he chase it down? It's stolen by the Chargers to Jalen Boyd with the lay-in. We're tied. 40-40 with 33 seconds left. Pantovic nearly lost the ball. Again, they call a foul. They call a reach-in foul. It's on Jordan Boyd, and that's his 4th. 30 seconds left. 16 foul on the Chargers. So the next foul puts DePaul Prep in the bonus, but they'd want to avoid that. DePaul inbounding in the backcourt under their own basket. Cody looking for a pass in. Gets it into Perry Cowan. He's in the corner, but now he gets it back to Cody. He'll bring it over midcourt to Mosley. 23 seconds. DePaul will try to hold for the last shot in a tie ball game. Now down to 20. Here's Raheem Anthony, guarded by Ahmad Muhammad. Down to 15 seconds. Hands off for Mosley. Mosley has space driving the lane. He's blocked by Jordan Boyd, out of bounds. And DePaul Prep will keep it under the Chargers basket with 9 seconds to play. You better check your pulse right now. I know I am. 9 seconds left, 40-40. Raheem Anthony will be the inbounds man for DePaul Prep. Anthony looking for a pass in, gets it into Mosley on the left wing. 8 seconds, now 7. 5 left, pass is mishandled. DePaul Prep still has it with 3. Long 3. Oh my goodness, he got it! He got it from over 30 feet at the buzzer! And DePaul Prep wins it! Lance Mosley! 43-no, it was Raheem Anthony! 43-30, it was near midcourt! Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness! A buzzer beater from Raheem Anthony. He was nearly at midcourt. Can you believe it? Oh, I mean, it looked like there was no chance. And he nails a half quarter to win it. 43-40. What a heartbreaker for the St. Joseph Chargers as Raheem Anthony makes the miracle shot to win it. can't say it enough. What a basketball game. 43-30 as Raheem Anthony wins it at the buzzer for DePaul Prep. The prayer goes in, and the Rams come away with the victory. Speechless at the moment. 43-40. Wow. The Chargers, that is a real heartbreaker as they were trailing this game by 10 points. 36-26. They came back. They took the lead at one point. They were down 2 in the last 40 seconds, came away with a steal. They tied it on a Jalen Boyd lay-in. DePaul Prep was holding for the last shot. The Chargers defended it well. They didn't give them a good look. So then Raheem Anthony had to take a shot from near half court on the left side, and he got it to go. A miracle win for DePaul Prep. And the Chargers, unfortunately, will fall to 10-7. DePaul Prep will improve to now 17-4. What a game. What a game here at St. Joseph High School. And thank you for joining us tonight here on Arena Sportsnet. It was a tremendous performance from Perry Cowan with 28 points in this one. But I think you have to say the player of the game is Raheem Anthony, who makes a shot from near half court to win it for DePaul Prep at the buzzer. Anthony ended the night with 11 points. For St. Joe's, Ahmad Muhammad had 14. He made a jumper to give St. Joe's a 1-point lead in the fourth quarter, but a back-and-forth game in that fourth quarter, and DePaul Prep wins it at the buzzer. A heartbreaker for St. Joe's. Well, thank you for joining us here tonight on Arena Sportsnet and Arena Sportsnet Chicago. Tune in tomorrow as we'll be at Homewood Flossmoor High School. Tip-off is at 2:30, and at 2:15 we will have the pregame show. Once again, the final score, the DePaul Prep Rams 43, the St. Joseph Chargers 40, as Raheem Anthony wins it with a half-court buzzer beater. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.